Welcome to the inaugural edition of State Champs Score. You are looking live at 6 of the 12 big games that we will bring you all across the state of Michigan, from the top to the bottom, from east to west, and of course our key game of the night in the top right. It's a pair of state champs going at it here on State Champs. It's Pontiac Notre Dame Prep taking on Jackson Lumen Christi. Just some of the action we are going to bring you tonight in week 2 and every week the rest of the year. Welcome into the State Champ Studios. My name is Ryan Slocum, joined by the legend, former Lions tight end, Rob Rubick. Rob, this is incredible. Nobody else is doing this anywhere in the country. Every time a team gets into the red zone looking to score, we're going to take you there all across the state.
Well, just take a line from the Field of Dreams where they said, is this heaven? No, it's the score with 12 games that we're going to be going in and out of. And I'm going to be like that cat tonight sometimes. They have the 6 box up here. I'm going to be like trying to follow that light because there's going to be so many great games. And we are stacked with quality game competition here tonight.
Could you imagine being a player and knowing this is going on? Being a parent and knowing this is going on? This is incredible, man. We are so happy and proud to bring this to you.
Yeah, and especially, Ryan, if you're not making the road trip with the team, you can go on and watch this on YouTube, watch the score on 4+, and you can get it. And let's look up at Davison right now. Let's head to Davison. Jake Weingarts has got his team in scoring position.
And one of the many games that we are going to bring you tonight between ranked teams. We've got some awesome matchups all over the state. Let's head there right now. DTV, Davison looking to score.
Their place and try to get those first downs, and they do really well at that.
Garris, the backup running back from last season with A.J. Hill, is the stud, as this is going to be a fake jet to Jackson Dosh, just taking it up the gut. Not even a question. Ball gets in his hands, and he's gone there, as that will put the Cardinals to even this score out here, and after the extra point attempt.
How about that one, Rob? The quarterback, kid going to Western Michigan, looked pretty good right there. The Broncos are going to like him.
Well, Weingarts had Sullivan a few years back, and him go to Northwestern into Iowa. Now he's at Tulane, and gosh, he thinks he's a better high school quarterback, more versatility, a little bit better runner, and maybe a little bit better throwing the ball downfield. And Brendan Sullivan was a good player, so Weingarts has been blessed. He's like the Green Bay Packers with the NFL, went from Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers.
No doubt. Beautiful play there on the replay. Josh ran for 67 last week, ran for 4 touchdowns. He's got number 5 now, and they are looking to take the lead 7-6 over top there. As you mentioned, Jake Weingarts has had so many good players, won a state championship out there a couple years ago. He told me he believes they can do it again this year. Cass Tech scoring. Let's take a look at that if we can here in a minute. There they are, just scored a touchdown. That is another one of our huge games. Our number 1 team in the state. They get into the house for the very first time with midway through the second quarter taking on Granville.
Oh, you're going to go here, upper left. You got Notre Dame Prep and Lumen Christi. Great game going on. Christi got behind 7-0 early. Notre Dame Prep took the opening drive, went all the way down the field. Now Christi's hung 14, and they're going again. They're in the red zone again. This is our spotlight game. I wonder if we can get them to listen a little bit Shawnee Belegian and Grant Perry. If we get a little volume on them, if they're in the red zone.
First and goal for Lumen Christi at the 7-yard line. Going to load it up in the backfield. Send a man in motion. Keep it all in the backfield. The handoff to Sattler. Look at him put his head down. Dive till the goal line. I think he got to about the 2.
In this game, it's all about the battle up front. As you should know, it's a run game, heavy emphasis on that. And the team that's going to have the better day usually tends to come out on top. And right now, Notre Dame Prep has no answer, but in between the tackles, they're running counter, power. They're getting more guys pulling to the front side of the run. And right now, the Titans are driving.
Second and goal from the 2-yard line. Lumen Christi up 14-7. 2 straight touchdowns, looking to make it 3 straight. Again, handoff, Sattler, touchdown. There's those big boys up front you were talking about, Grant Perry.
Yes, it was. It starts up front. They got 2 captains on that O-line, and that says a lot about your identity. And there was question marks. There's only 14 seniors on this roster, so they had a lot of question marks on what are they going to be, what's our identity, what are we going to live in. And right now, so far, week 2, and they're living by the run right here. Watch this side. Watch these two guys. Watch them make a wall here and run it, Kev. And then the running back, Sattler's just going to run right up inside. Look at that.
These two teams played again last year, and it was Notre Dame Prep winning. Man, Lumen Christie looking for a little revenge, and they're looking pretty good early.
And Christie a little bit smaller. I believe they're D6, and Pontiac Prep might be D5. So Christie, if you look at their schedule, Herb Brogan has always done this. He plays up. He rarely plays a Division 6 team. He'll play 5, 4s, and 3s throughout the course of the year. He is playoff tested by the time the regular season ends.
Hey, you get those 6 wins, you get those playoff points, whatever you do, doesn't matter how you do it, you just get into the dance, and that's what he plays by, no question about it. That's the reason he's a 14-time state champ.
I see Byron Center looks like they might be in the red zone against East Kentwood.
Byron Center, East Kentwood, Ty Spencer over there looking to make things happen for the Falcons. After last season, he's up 14-zip on a team that made it to the championship a year ago.
Yeah, and I had a chance earlier today to talk to Ryan Oshnot, coach at Grand Rapids Northview, and he was saying he was surprised at the outcome of that game, that Byron Center did not really show up and play the way he thought they could, because he thought they were a really good team that he played during the course of the year. And so Byron Center looking a little revenge here. Now they're on the 20-yard line, a 4th and 9, and they're going to go for it. This is a big play.
Yep, here we go. 8:23 to play in the second quarter for them. 4th and 9. Here it is. And it is hauled in, Rob.
Ooh, it's close. It depends on the spot now. I think he's going to mark him short.
Yeah,
but, man, it was well executed. Quarterback threw a nice ball. Receiver ran a skinny slant, a quickie, and he threw it in there. But the defender, really good press coverage, was draped all over and pulled him down to about a half a yard short. So denied in the red zone.
It may be not the greatest spot on earth, but I think he was short anyway.
Well, our view is not really good, Ryan.
That is true.
I'm going to take the official. He was standing right there. See what else we got here, looking
East
around.
Kentwood takes back over at the 12-yard line. They take over. They have plenty of time to punch another one in here. Quarterback, Cade Kaufman, Michigan State commit. We'll be seeing a lot from him not only tonight but the rest of the season as we go back to our quad box. Number of games here. We got Millington down there for the very first time. State championships a year ago. They were down there in the bottom. We'll be checking them out throughout the night as well. And now to the 6 box. Clarkston still with the advantage. They are in your bottom left hand of your screen. We've got Pine River and McBain. It's McBain with a 15-0 lead in the second. They are in the top right of your screen. Another team we'll be checking in with throughout the night. Muskegon Mona Shores, they are taking on River Rouge. Looking to bounce back after losing the season opener last week. Taking on Grand Blanc, a team that cracked our top 20 for the first time this year in week 2.
Davison, something's happening off of I-69 and M15. Davison jumping up and down. He looks like they're going to get the ball with a short field.
Very happy.
On the plus 29. So, yeah, things are turning better. They started out, De La Salle, Dan Roan's team got up 6-0 early, and Davison has really carried the play since that time, as we saw Gosh run a touchdown on a quarterback keeper last time, and now they're running him again.
And there they go on the left side, as they should, when you have a left tackle, Mr. Ben Nichols, who will be fighting Irish down in South Bend next year. Pretty smart to run off that left side.
Yeah, you got a big fellow like that who's been on varsity for 3 years now, and you got a quarterback with the running ability as Gosh. This is a team that, for Jake Weingarts, he feels is one of the best teams he's had since he's been at Davison, but it's going to be tough in the Valley because Grand Blanc, the Bobcats, are also loaded.
They are loaded. And you saw last week they put up numbers, and they had explosion last week. So that's going to be a collision when they meet up in the Saginaw Valley League a little bit later in the year.
Well, maybe we could go to DTV possibly and check out. We got Davison's in the red zone against De La Salle on the 15 with a 1st and 10.
Looking to score again after the very first touchdown we saw here on State Champs Score. This time, Dosh, he got nailed. Nothing doing for him. He gets hit in the backfield. Good tackle there by Jaden Davies. He's a junior. He got in there and knocked the quarterback back. As we sit here and we look at the 4 box again, we've got Pine River. Just took it to the house for the first time this season. Big hit upstairs. Let's go to Clarkston here. They're in the paint.
It looks like there's a lot of celebrating going on in Clarkston right now.
A lot of celebration. They are up 20-0. Over 50 yards on that touchdown connection. Hopefully we get a replay here and we can see how Clarkston took a 20-point lead.
Yeah, I'm watching this. I'm almost trying to keep my eye on Davison as well because they're on the 10, I think the 10-yard line going in. This is an extra point attempt.
How about Clarkston, though? They have been incredible here through 2 weeks. They've been awesome. Beat Belleville 38-7 last week, and now they're putting it on Harper Woods early here in this game.
Well, it's nice to see the brains behind this score. The new show we're running here is taking charge. Now we got the dual box, and we got a good look at Davison taking a timeout. As soon as we get to him, they take a timeout. But
live TV, baby.
Yeah, we don't control it now. These aren't highlights. This is going on right now, and you see Jake Weingart's talking to the official a little bit.
Yeah, he's saying he called timeout. Go back to our quad box here. Once again, Lumen Christie, very excited. We got a replay coming. Let's check this one out. Top left of your screen. Pass over the middle. How about
my!
Tipping it to himself to bring it in. Yeah, no wonder they were excited. Did you do any
Ryan,
at the
yes,
Silverdome?
Ryan, that's how tight ends roll right there. To get him right down the seam route, well-thrown football, puts him down close to the red zone. And this is amazing. This game started out, as I said, 7-0 Pontiac Prep, and it made it look easy going down the field, but it's been all Titans of Jackson Lumen Christie since.
I was told they watched no game film as we got a bootleg and a tutty up there in your top corner. Man, Lumen Christie is putting it on, as you just said. The highlight reel tip drill to himself, and now we've got a touchdown. Well, they are pounding the rock right now.
Yeah, it's all about ball faking, and this is just a really nice job because I actually was fooled because the back, he did the play fake, he pulled it from, went around the right side here, and he's going to pull it and come around to the left. It's up in the upper left. You see the quarterback, really good ball fake. He put his left hand out, kind of tucked it on his hip, and walks into the end zone. So Lumen Christie, Herb Brogan's got him rolling down in Jackson now.
He sure does. Junior quarterback Benny Gaston hitting the gas on that one. 28-7 in the battle of state champions from a year ago. Back to our quad box now.
Well, we got Lamphere in the upper right. They're getting close now, too, going to the red zone. They're playing the Port Huron Northern Huskies. Home game for Ray Ostrowski and his Lamphere Rams.
Yeah, and we haven't checked in with them yet. Lamphere looking to make something happen. Port Huron beat Redford Thurston last week. And Madison Heights Lamphere, they beat Ferndale double OT on a 29-yard field goal. So you know they're feeling pretty good heading into this one. Let's go back to Davison now. And DTV as the Cardinals look to punch it in one more time.
Play action plays. Yeah, we'll see what Davison offense decides to do here. They have a lot of options that they really could go for, and we'll see what they choose.
Heavy O-line with the extra blocker. Garris at running back. Fakes the handoff. Dosh looking on that play action, and he just throws it up high and out of the end zone. Didn't get the look he wanted there, so that'll bring up 3rd and 4. Third from the 4, excuse me. As we'll see if Davison can finish this opportunity here in the 5-yard line, as we looks like there is a flag on the play, or the official just talking to the coach, not exactly sure what the conversation being had is.
All right, now let's go back to our 2-box here. Lamphere is on the right side of your screen, and we stay with the Davison, De La Salle game on the left side.
Boy, yards are a premium. At the last 3 plays we watched of Lamphere, they run the ball and they got about 3 or 4 yards total. So that Port Huron Northern defense is really stepping up. And now, interesting call. They took the penalty, they being on the left, being De La Salle, so it gives another play back. So it'll be 2nd and 9. They had them 3rd and 4, but they decided to make it 2nd and 9.
How do you feel about that as Dosh goes to the left side and didn't work out for him because Dosh finds the inside of that pylon? It's another touchdown for the Cards.
Yeah, and they got caught. De La Salle was playing man coverage behind that. I'm not going to do a bunch of analyst work, but basically the corners and safeties, they're playing man. They're not watching the quarterback. And once the edge wasn't set by the defense of De La Salle, quarterback for Davison, Dosh got just right outside. It was easy touchdown.
And once again, we saw it earlier. He ran inside for the first touchdown. This time around the left side. This kid can really move the ball. We talked about it before. That's why he's going to move on to MAC ball.
Yeah, of course he's going to Western too. But I do radio for Eastern. If you're wondering why I hate the Broncos so much, the Chippewas and Broncos are no friends of mine. But yeah, it's but he's not just a one-trick pony. He can throw the ball as well. They just haven't had to. And any coach will tell you, if we don't have to throw, I'll never throw the football because some bad things can happen when you throw it besides good things. But running the ball, the coaches like, and they're controlling the line of scrimmage, that big front that Davison has.
And they lost a couple of receivers from a year ago, so that doesn't help.
Bottom right, we got Pine River and McBain. It looks like McBain's in the red zone.
Let's go back to Port Huron Northern and Lamphere. Got a touchdown going over there, I believe. Also, Pine River and McBain, the bottom of your screen there. Kick is up, and the kick is good. That would be a field goal, I do believe. And let's go to McBain taking on Pine River. 15-8, less than a minute to play.
It's funny. Keep a look at the grass. You got to love it. The custodian must not have been on working today on a Friday because that is some fur. When they're walking, you hardly see their shoes. That's what you do if your team is not built for speed.
Yes.
If you're a ground and pound team, you let the grass get long.
Let it get a little long. Yeah, McBain in that game, they've won 8 straight, 3 of those shutouts against their rivals from down the road, the Bucks of Pine River.
Look at the Notre Dame up in the upper box to the left. A little drone action they're showing there, hovering over.
That's how we do it here at State Champs, Rob. We got all the cameras working, man. Every angle is covered. Let's go back to Clarkston. Here is River Rouge. Looks like they score for the first time, 21-6. I believe I said, did I say River Rouge, Rob? I meant Harperwood.
I'm not stomping you.
Pioneers.
I'm not stomping you.
No disrespect.
I'll tell you what, unis are identical. They're both
champs.
maroon and white, so it's tough.
The 2023 state champs finding the house for the first time.
You know, if anyone's out there trolling us on the internet, hey, this is different. This is new. We're gonna get through this with you and hopefully grow with our people that watch this. And we're open for suggestions to always make it better. So we're gonna screw up here some, but this is fun.
Say, Rob, it won't be the first time, I believe, and it won't be the last.
Here's the deal.
Something like that happens.
Usually on Friday night, I'm watching like 3 games of college football. And my wife's like, "Really? Really? You have to go between 3 games?"
Yeah.
I'm doing 12, and they're paying me though.
And
that's the beautiful
they're paying
thing.
you to do it. Wow. Wait, they're paying you?
Oh, you don't get paid? Yeah, I do.
Wait a minute.
So McBain, what's going on there?
Is John Watson around here? Let's get him. Let's go to the 4 box here, Rob.
McBain looks like they're going to try a field goal.
Yes, they are. Let's check it out.
Upper right-hand corner against Pine River.
Big kick. It's up. It's through. And that would be
Look at
22-8.
Notre Dame trying to claw their way back in the bottom left here in the white. The Pontiac Prep Notre Dame in the red zone trying to make it a 2-possession game against Lumen Christi.
Yeah, after Lumen is really putting it on here. And here they are. They're right on the porch. They are on the doorstep.
Nice.
Sam Stowe throws it, and it is good. Max Elling of McBain. How's this for a start, Rob? All 3 of their touchdowns, they're up 22-8. Drake Roa with that touchdown there in your bottom left for Pontiac Notre Dame Prep. De La Salle on the move. They're trying to tie this thing up. They are in Cardinal territory.
I'm trying to look on the bottom right. That was Lake Orion possibly in Stony Creek. We haven't had him up yet, but I'm sure we will see him. Chris Bell, head coach of Lake Orion's, had some really good teams he's rolled out over the past few years. Been to the finals a couple times in his career. We got Cass Tech in the bottom left right now.
Our number 1 team in the state. Last time we checked in with them, Granville.
Yeah,
14-6.
But I'm telling you, this Bulldog team from Granville in the white on the bottom in the red zone here, they're legit.
Yeah, let's.
If you've never been to Cass Tech to watch a game as a fan, you need to go. It's
the
right
view.
in the city. The field is right in the city, and I remember a couple of years ago I called a game there, and I ended up tailgating with the Cass Tech fans for about an hour. They had barbecue, I mean legitimate barbecue, going on in the street prior to the game, and you know me.
Yeah.
I'm never going to turn down free food, let alone barbecue.
Did you call the game from the street?
No, but I did have a full tummy calling the game. So we got a timeout down in Cass. We got Notre Dame Pontiac Prep threatening in the upper left in the red zone.
Top right, we've got Harper Woods, Clarkston. We are right there on the doorstep one more time. Yeah, 11 seconds, 10 seconds. Now it's jumped. That was the play clock. 4:21.
What is that? It's a 21-7. It's hard to read on that red box. But I think so. They're trying to make it a one-possession game here. This is big, with 4 minutes to go in the half still.
And let's take that full. Clarkston, Harper Woods, keeper. Can he push his way in? No, sir. The Wolves swarming.
Boy, they've had some good teams in Clarkson. I mean, over the years, you know, Coach Zimmerman has retired, but Justin Pintar, Coach Pintar's really picked up and kept the program rolling. It was in good shape when Coach Zimmerman left it, but it's they're only getting better.
And how many players?
I'm sorry,
moved on
Coach
to the
Richardson.
next level?
I apologize, Coach Richardson. That's my old mind in Clarkson. Coach Zimmerman's still coaching at DeWitt, doing a great job. But yeah, Coach Richardson resigned. Coach Pintar took over. How about that defensive front? 2 plays in a row, back to back, nothing.
And that time they looked for a sweep around the left side. Nothing happening. Got pushed back maybe even a couple of feet. We've got East Kentwood one more time. Check back in with them. Under 2 minutes to go. Falcons looking to score again. They're already up 14-0 on Byron Center.
Little slip screen. They tried running, but it's still going.
Broke free. We got a flag though. Pushed into the end zone. Did hit the pylon. That's a touchdown, but I think that may be coming back, Rob.
It's one of those ones could be legal guy downfield. You run those slip screens, those linemen have a tendency to leak too early and get down the field. But man, it was Lexi will be here up full box.
Harper Woods again. This time, QB keeps it. He takes it in, and it's a touchdown. Great play there, run by Harper Woods. And that's one of the top recruits in the state and the country, Dakota Grant.
Really good player. But now this is a really good game. Davison looks like they're having their way a little bit, but Dan Rowan has rallied the troops, and they moved right down the field. And 14-6, chance to, get within a point or go for two and maybe tie it here on this drive.
De La Salle is not going to go down. These two have met a few times over the past couple of years. First time in Davison that they have met, and this time De La Salle is trying to go at it.
No, one thing you do against a really good offensive team like Davison is make them play defense, possess the ball, and the Pilots have done it on this drive. De La Salle has really done a nice job of moving the sticks. And upper left, whoa, what a well-executed screen set up by Lumen Christie, and he might house this because he's got some jets. No. Good pursuit by the jerseys in the white Pontiac Prep. Flagged it down, but, man, just a chunk play once again for the Titans of Jackson Lumen Christie. Every time we look up, there seems like they're in the red zone.
Coming right back at them.
Yeah.
Punching right back.
Yeah. We saw a nice job getting the ball down the field by Pontiac Prep crawling back into this game, but, man, Christie just has an answer every time.
Just another one of our big games against ranked teams. As you mentioned, in 2 state champs. There he goes again, the quarterback. Same play that he scored on earlier. This time again, down the sideline, and they are in the red zone.
Well, maybe we could cut in, listen to Shawnee Belizean and Grant Perry as they get inside the 5-yard line or 6-yard line here. Lumen Christie trying to make it 35 points in the half.
Sorry.
You just said P break.
Tap me if I lose myself here.
No, there's a fist pump for you. I formation. The give to Sattler, trying to get to the edge, puts his shoulder down, fights his way to the 2-yard line. Boy, is that kid tough.
He is, man. He's running between the tackles, elusive, fast, quick, but he's running between and running through guys as well. And if you're a coach there and you brought up the Titan offense, you say, hey, guys, this is what we want this drive to look like. They're doing exactly that. Just eating away at the clock, hard yards, explosive plays, doing it all here. It's hard to stop this Titan offense.
2:13 left in this second quarter. Lumen Christie on top 28-14, and they are threatening with a 2nd and 2 at the 2-yard line. Why don't we throw it while we have a moment and a timeout? Why don't we throw it down to the third member of our broadcast crew, Patty Cesarini. Patty? Well, we'll throw it down in just a second once she...
Davison on the left side. De La Salle, the Pilots, looking to take it into the paint one more time. Quarterback keeper down at the 5, and that is Anthony Battani.
Going to move the chains a little bit. And Davison had a defense pretty well, but it just shows you sometimes better athletes can make better plays. And Battani did a really nice job that time of carrying the defender to move the chains. And now they're cooking with oil with a minute 20. I was surprised. Oh, Davison looks like it's hard to tell by the box. They might be out of timeouts. If that's the case, that's why they're not stopping the clock, because you would think they'd try to save a little time if they get the ball back here, if De La Salle even scores.
1st and goal at the 5 as we come out to the quad box again. De La Salle down there in the corner. We've got a touchdown here, another one from East Kentwood. They take the lead, and now we've got another touchdown by De La Salle. That is Anthony Battani taking it in. De La Salle now down 14-12.
Do you chase the points?
That's what I was going to ask you.
A lot depends. Dan Rowan will have a feel for his kicking game if he feels real confident, and his offense has had put a couple nice drives together. So he might just take the point, but he may go for 2. I don't know. I'm not making a call. It's all about feel, and obviously he feels his offense has a good rhythm right now, and he's going to go for 2 and probably take a timeout to discuss it a little bit, make sure they get the right personnel with the right play.
Yeah, tried to catch him off guard. You saw a late Cardinal run out there expecting the extra point, and then we have a timeout. As we are back now to our quad box. Top right, our big game of the night. Jackson Lumen Christie looking to find the house one more time. They are up 28-14 on the porch, looking to take it back in the top left.
And this is huge, because Prep just got it within 2 possessions on their last drive, and now Lumen Christi can make it a 3-possession game at half, and I believe they'll get the ball to start the second half because didn't Prep to get the kickoff, go all the way down the field and score. It's 12 games, you kind of lose track a little bit. But.
No doubt. Little tush push here. Does it work? No signal yet, but we got some happy faces there for the boys in green, and yes, they did. Jackson Lumen Christi with another touchdown. How about
2-point conversion here? I'm sorry to cut you off on the bottom left. We got De La Salle going for 2 against Davison. Wow, they snuck it. They went first back. They ran motion, jet motion. Quarterback carried out the fake with the jet motion. The ball was already given. They gave it to the first back. Great job, fooled the camera a little bit, but well designed.
To the tight end take.
And they've been attacking Davison on the perimeter a lot. And that time they just a little underneath handoff and easy 2 points. And that's why you take that timeout. Dan Roan, he's got probably a half dozen state championships to his belt because at West Catholic in Grand Rapids he had a bunch. Former Grand Valley State Laker, just for the record. There's only one Valley.
That's right.
Only one Valley.
They
the
know
Valley.
A little bit about some football over there.
Yeah, they do all right.
Yeah, that was Zach Wagner, by the way, taking that one in to tie that one up. What a great game. We knew it would be. 2 top 10 teams in our state champs rankings. It's number 9 De La Salle, number 10 Davis.
Yeah, I guess the surprise to me is the upper left. You're looking at the 35-14 Lumen Christi. But I don't know what Pat Fox, head coach of Prep, lost this year, Pontiac Prep. Maybe he lost it because I called their game at Ford Field last year, and they were outstanding at all the positions. They had skill at the receiver, the running back, the quarterback, and they were physical defensively. But you don't know, how many you lose to graduation each year, and I'm glad I don't have to say NIL.
Yeah.
Just to graduation.
They lost a ton of skilled players. They absolutely did, but they bring the quarterback back, Sam Stowe, first team All-State a year ago, but did lose a lot of weapons. And right now, Jackson Lumen Christi looks like a weapon. 35 points in the first half.
Mm-hmm. On the bottom left, you got a tie game with 2 of the potential favorites. Davison be in D1. I think De La Salle might be D2, but 2 of the prohibitive favorites in the preseason rankings, maybe to get to Ford Field. I'm just curious now with Jake Weingartz. We know he can run the football with that quarterback. Will he try to put points on the board? Talking about points on the board, here we go.
They got them all bunched up. Bill the Trent, does he get it though? How about that defense, Rob? Coming up short with 45 ticks on the clock. It is 21-13.
So this is Walled Lake Western, I believe, in North Farmington. Western trying to put it in here. The Fighting Matt Shepherd's always called North Farmington. My buddy went to high school there. Here's a look at what just happened, and really good penetration inside to get it. Break the play down. Anytime you get to a running back on his side of the line and you have a chance and make him go another play. And look at this. What can happen? You think you got points, 13 seconds, the clock's winding down. Obviously, Wall Lake Western will take the time out to regroup here, but that just shows you why, even if you've got first and goal on the 3 or 4 yard line, they're going to score. But man, you keep fighting, you make a stop, and then the next play, the offense screws up on a pitch and a catch, and now you're in much better position defensively.
And in high school game too, okay, let's take a few points. Hey, you're kicking now.
Oh, it's
from
an
10
adventure.
To 15 yards back.
It's an adventure. So
absolutely. Go back to the quad box, as they did call a timeout in the Western game. We will head back there when they start action again. But once again, East Kentwood, how about there? How about what's going on there with Ty Spencer and what he's got?
Yeah, that shocks me. Byron Center making it all the way to Ford Field last year, D2. Actually, I called that game as well. And they were supposed to be pretty good again this year, and they're getting thumped right now, 21-0 on the road at East Kentwood. Falcons are having their way. I'm not saying I've been doing this a long time. I can remember in the 1990s I called a game of East Kentwood, or early 2000s. They had a running back called Noel Amin, and he ran for about 300 yards. And here we got a good look here, trying to get some points. Oh, and they throw a pick.
And we've seen them doing it with offense. Now we're seeing it on defense.
The worm is turned. You're going trying to get some points before the half with a minute 10. Now let's see how aggressive Jackson is starting out on their own 35-yard line.
Well, they've had some big chunk plays already. Why not another one? Here we go. Little end around. How about the stiff arm? still on his feet, finally taken down. That is Johnny Walters.
Byron Center on the bottom left just had a big play. Trying to get something, if you're Byron Center, you're thinking if we get some points on the board, but not now because the clock ran out and they're heading to half. But if you're Notre Dame Pontiac Prep in the upper left here, you cannot allow Christie more points here because that'll be pretty much all she wrote if you get down 4 possessions against a team that you gave up 35 points to in the first half already.
Right.
And they're going for it too.
Big gun down the middle. We saw big fella earlier tipping into himself for a chunk play. They looked for another gash right there. 26 seconds left, 3rd and 5 for Lumen Christie as they look to put this out of reach before they head to the locker room.
Yeah, we're going to stay with this one. I believe I just heard that this may be, of the 12 games, the only one that's actually still going on right now. Our worst nightmare coming true. They're all going to half at the same time.
I asked them if that would happen. And then
we
no
told
chance,
the officials, throw the flag, keep them on the field a bit longer, but they didn't listen to us. And
well, as we found out earlier in the day, they aren't paying me, so they're not listening to me. You know what I mean?
A little quick
Here
trap
we go,
inside.
Up the middle, yep. Just running out the clock here, Rob.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's going to try to stop it here. It's time, if you're not Pontiac Prep, you're going to lick your wounds a little bit. And Lumen Christie, Herb Brogan's going to go in and say, fellas, it's 0-0. The classic coach, when no matter what you're up, Herb is old school. He's going to say, it's 0-0, fellas. We got to fight the second half. We want to get a win.
Well, and we know that.
There's a look. I'm sorry. There's a good look at Herb right there.
And we know Pat's a great coach. He'll draw something up at the half.
Weren't you saying there was 2 of the longest tenured coaches in the state of Michigan?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's amazing.
Yeah, they've been doing it for a minute.
Well, tell me what you said about what Pat said about being he was 16 or something when he first watched Herb Brogan coach, and he's in second in tenure. So I'm not saying Herb's old, but he did vote for Harry Truman.
Oh, he did? No kidding. Wow. How about this? 46th year. 46.
Unbelievable.
I'm not going to say it, but that's maybe 1 year longer than I've been around.
I actually played at Grand Valley with some guys that Herb coached, and I'm old.
Kidding.
Yeah, and
no kidding.
I'm not saying I'm getting Medicare, but I'm getting Medicare. So I'm up there, and yeah, Herb. Some of the boys he coached at Lumen Christie came and played at Grand Valley.
Well, and I mean, how can you argue with what he's done? 14 state championships at
14?
That school, 3 in a row, and they moved up last year.
And like I said, he takes on all comers during the regular season as well.
With 1 tick on the clock, they're going to take another snap, and why not chuck it? They got a man down there. He's popped. That's Wes Leonard. And he's out of bounds, and that'll do it.
So we got Mona Shores and River Rouge. We've seen some highlights. I'm looking up there. We've seen some highlights going on. So let's so what do you think, Ryan? Our first half, it goes fast, huh?
Man.
You ever do a game that went that fast in a half?
Non-stop
I know.
action. Yeah, when you have a play going non-stop, that'll do it, Rob. As we see Coach over there on the left side of your screen. Also have Mona Shores on the right side. We do have a yellow hanky. Looks like a hold. So they're moving backwards. Patty Cesarina there before you see the moon. Great job by our state champs crew covering that game. We will head back to that game.
How about the
third quarter.
the River Rouge and the Mona Shores? What is that, 8-0? I'm looking at, we're 6-0. I can't.
That would be a 6, I believe, Rob. With your eyes, the older you get, those eyes, they don't work as well.
It's 8. Is that?
Walled Lake, North Farmington.
Well, there's only 4 seconds to go, but you got to get out. You cannot take the if you're North Farmington, you can't take the safety. You got to get out.
Push him out.
Yep.
Got to get him out, and they do. And now they will head into the half, 21 to, I believe that says 16.
Yep.
Back on the right side, Mona Shores has some work to do after the holding call.
Motion.
much there.
Not
that's for
much
sure.
there at all. He's probably going to get back to the original line of scrimmage, Steve.
I want to make I noticed in one of the comments there, Mike Poland, Braeburn Wealth Management, he's been a huge supporter of Sailor Nation since day one. He says that he's
let's
watching
listen
from the
into these
hospital,
guys
Trinity
here.
Hospital. So I'm hoping that
River Rouge,
there's
the
nothing
Panthers,
too serious
taking on
going
the
on, Mike.
Sailors. Out
And,
there
we'll
in
be thinking
Muskegon,
about you, whatever you
Norton
got going on.
Shores. It's Mona Shores.
Want to wish you the best on your recovery. Absolutely, my friend. So it brings down to a 3rd down and 6, 10:30 counting down here in the 3rd quarter. Well, I tell you what, River Rouge is a tough cat, Steve.
Yeah, they played really solid defense
Yeah,
tonight, no doubt about
yeah,
it.
well coached, solid.
Both teams did defense tonight.
Yeah. Timeout, Mona Shores.
Looks like River Rouge was throwing a little confusion
Yeah.
at Mona Shores, and so Coach Koziak just decided to take a timeout, make sure they're all
So
on the
we're
same
going to
page.
take a timeout with 10:10 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Sailors with the timeout. We're going to give you a minute. Make sure you come right back.
This season,
All right, thanks, fellas. Port Huron Northern, Lamphere, New Boston, Huron, and Gross Eel. They are down there as well on the right side of your screen. They're
Hey.
about to get cooking here.
Grozeel, the Fighting Corey Schlesingers, a former Lions fullback. He's a Grozeel resident.
How many
Helmet?
face masks did they break?
67. He dent them. I talked. Corey's a good buddy of mine, and he said he never thought he was athletic enough, so he tried to hit the people when he blocked them with his face. And I said, okay, Corey, that explains a lot now. But when you have a head and a neck and shoulders like he had, they called him Anvil Head. He did some harm to a lot of people.
Yeah, I've been called that a few times, but for
Well,
an entire different reason.
Yeah, my wife calls me that every now and then
Does
too.
she? Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, Grozeel. This is here is Lamphere and Port Huron Northern.
Port Huron Northern, if you're not familiar, man, the Macomb Blue, the Huskies, and they've got some studs up there this year, man. They've got some players. Lincoln Watkins, he's going to play D1 football in the SEC down in Kentucky. Lamphere, the Rams, as we said, double overtime win in week 1. Pine River and McBain, they're back at it. 3rd quarter action, just a minute in. McBain up 22-8. As we said, the Red Devils, or the Fighting Corey Schlesingers.
Yeah.
They're down on the right side of your screen down there at the bottom.
I don't think we've been there yet. We have to maybe get a few plays down, watch Grozeel. We've talked about it, but I'm not sure we actually have highlighted anything going on down there. And New Boston here on the Chiefs, Coach Tom Hoover. And McBain kind of moving the ball upper left there a little bit. Nice play, getting down to the plus 33-yard line.
Yeah, absolutely. As we said, they've beaten their rivals 8 straight times, looking to do it again. The Ramblers, Pat Maloney, his 10th year up there.
I'm still marveling at that grass. I know I brought up in the first half, but you can't see their shoes.
And they're moving pretty well.
It's a great equalizer, Ryan. It makes everyone the same speed, in my opinion.
And who knows, what happens when it rains, and then you're out there in that.
Oh, I know
slop.
what happens. It's called a bog.
They have many of those in the UP.
Well,
back in
I
the
played
day?
in snow. We'd always have at least 2 or 3 games each year in the snow.
Did you really?
Oh yeah, it was fun.
Oh,
It was fun. Yeah.
no sleeves, right?
Oh no, it's embarrassing.
Yeah,
you
you
kicked
can't.
You'd lose your UP pass. He
I
would
was
let you
gonna
back
say.
through the bridge when you
Yeah.
come back up. But
They have your picture at the
Yeah.
little booth there.
yep. You got to look here, McBain once again. Now they got a little wing action here.
Oh, not happening. Not happening this time. Hitting the backfield.
We got Grozeel on the bottom right now.
Yeah, about to kick that
Yep.
game off. Or it should say the second half off. And there they go. Short kick, able to be returned. Pretty good return there, across the 30. And again, top right, we've got Lamphere, Port Huron Northern. Good tackle.
Looks like McBain is built to be a bunch of mudders. They got some big offensive linemen, and we've watched, quite a few plays here. They seem to just be happy to run a little misdirection, a little cross action in the backfield, pound the ball. And that's what happens. The way you coach changes to geographically where you are in this state. I mean, you get in the UP, for years, no one ever kicked extra points because the weather, you're getting snow and cold and stuff. End of the year, it doesn't make, so everyone went for 2. It doesn't make sense to try to kick it because your success rate was not good. So everyone just started going for 2. And McBain.
How about breaking loose there?
In the red zone now on the plus 8-yard line, the Ramblers.
Great job there. That is Lakai Campbell breaking loose. And he picked up at least another 15.
Ooh, look at the broadcast of McBain. I like it. A little instant replay.
They're not messing around up there.
This is amazing, isn't it, that this year, at this time in our lives, that so many high schools have their own productions that we can just hop into their streaming video, use it. And what I like, it gives people a chance to see teams from all over the state of Michigan, not just the Mitten. And we'll hopefully get to some UP games this year as well.
No doubt about it. And we appreciate all of our partners out here who have allowed us to use their broadcast here so we can bring you State Champs Score for the very first time. And if you missed the beginning of the show, we're going to be here throughout the season, 7:30 every Friday night. Rob Rubick and myself. And we're going to do the same thing, 12 big games from all across the state, as you can see right here.
Yeah, we got some good ones. And some of the top matchups, you look at Davis and De La Salle coming, and people say, I'd like to see that game. But you know what? Lumen Christi's playing Pontiac Prep Notre Dame. I want to see that game. Well, then you have Clarkston as well going against Harper Woods. There's so many good games. This gives you an opportunity to watch them all or bits of all of them.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you are a Cass Tech, Granville fan, and maybe you do not get to see, I believe we saw a hip toss on the top up there at Mona Shores. Yeah, you might not get a chance to see an East Kentwood. Know who you're up against. A Granville. We can help you out right here every single week throughout the season. McBain looking to do it.
Third and one, big play in the red zone, deep, really trying to get into the end zone, I believe here. It's hard to tell, but
24, one more time, up the gut. They're saying touchdown. We've got a bunch of teams. How about Mona Shores, top left, up the gut, won't go down. He's now down to the 6, bottom right. We've got the Rams inside the 30-yard line. Handoff up the gut, nice run. Down to about the 22. McBain did find the end zone on that 1-yard plunge. Another touchdown. Max Ellie, have yourself a day, my friend. 4 rushing touchdowns. Here's Mona Shores pushing their way across. Did he get into the paint? They say
you're gonna be
no.
short. Boy, this is huge for Mona Shores because if they can score here, this has been a defensive struggle for both teams, or a defensive game, offensive struggle. If they can get up by 2 possessions here, fairly early here in the second half, but you look at Rouge has struggled moving the football. Lamphere got the 3rd and short, went for it, and they picked it up on a quarterback sneak.
Moving. Yes, sir. Just barely moving the chains there at the 20-yard line.
It's my first time seeing the Lamphere unis. I like them. I like the Ram helmet. It's kind of like the old Roman Gabriel from the 70s Rams helmet. I like that. The dark blue and the
good with the white.
Yeah. Look on the bottom left. We got a big one.
We are heading the other way. Will we go all the way? How about the cut? Yes, we will. Touchdown. CT in the house.
Wow. Granville just had a nice defensive pressure and a sack, and they come back. takes the helmet off once he gets to the sideline, which is okay.
Yep. He knew to get to that sideline. That's the sophomore Julius Taylor making a play for CT. And there you go. 13-6. Just a couple of minutes into the second half.
The west side, east side going on. Cass Tech represents the east side of Michigan, and Granville the west side of the state.
Yeah.
One of those games we talked about, so many good games.
Yeah.
And opportunity to see this, see some highlights as they happen.
Granville coming in. They beat Muskegon last week, ranked 18th against CT, our number 1 team in the state. And that's all divisions we're talking. The Rams back up there.
You got Pine River now down 29-8. Halfway through the third quarter, they're forced to start throwing the football, and a lot of times those teams are up north, the smaller schools like in McBain or Pine River aren't built for that. The passing game takes so much more time to practice with the route running, the pass block, the execution of it. It's tough. When you're limited and limited bodies on your team, the smaller schools, that's why you see so many of them be more run-centered type of offenses.
Cass Tech extra point is good. So with 9:27 to go, they've got a 14-6 lead over our friends from the west side of the state. Granville from the OK Red Conference. They have an entire Crayola box over there, Rob, in the OK Conference. It's
They
like
do.
the 64,
Red, blue,
yeah, they got
white, gold.
all of them. Green.
Oh, yeah. Well, Macomb does the same.
Yeah,
And
they
so does
do.
Oakland County. I mean, they all have the different colors that.
With that OK, man, I'm telling you that it's like the whole box of Crayola over
Yeah,
there.
well, you look at the Macomb Red, the OK Red. Those are two of the best conferences. You have the
Yeah.
Catholic League in Detroit with Catholic Center, who's loaded this year.
Absolutely. Top left, we've got Elk Rapids. Haven't checked them out yet today. Boyne City. Let's check them out up there in your top left. $20-0 in that game. Bottom middle, we've got some action here. The Rams, Lamphere, looking to score. Let's go right there.
Good protection.
Looking to the house.
Ooh.
Oh, but it is picked off, and he's got some room to run. Rob down the sideline. What'd you see there?
I saw a quarterback that was looking at a receiver and wasn't reading the coverage. He just kind of threw it down the middle of the field, thinking he would be there, and the defender was waiting. And that's what happens. You just throw it without really knowing it.
That's Michael Foster with the interception, and he takes it back to midfield. Great job by him.
Looks like up in the upper left, is that Boyne City, I believe, is in the dark navy. They're pushing the ball, Elk Rapids. It says 20-0. It's hard with the graphic. I think it's Boyne, from what I've seen, it looks like Boyne City's moving the ball pretty well. I'm going to go on a limb and say Boyne City has the 20.
Boyne City, Elk Rapids back. We'll cut away from them real quick to our 4 shot. And there they are.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, we've got you covered right here. 8 minutes to go over the middle to the outside. Oh, and he's down just short of the pylon. They're going to be right there on the porch one more time, Rob.
Yeah, maybe sometime if we can go extra to Boyne City broadcast, if they're carrying us, because supposedly, rumor has it, they have one of the better broadcasts, high school broadcasts in the state of Michigan, along with Davis and DTV is also another good one.
Absolutely. Both of those are great. Mona Shores we've gone to a couple of times. There's a ton of them all across the state.
Boyne City really looking to put a nail in the coffin, but you have a goose egg and you're halfway through the third quarter. Offense has not been your forte, and Elk Rapids has struggled. Oh, there's an early start by the left tackle. So tack on 5.
Quarterback Drew Neer there, number 1. And they're going to get bounced back, as you said, just a little bit. But been moving the ball well, up 20-0 over Elk Rapids.
Hey, that Clarkston game is down in the bottom left of the 6th. The Clarkston game has really kind of taken a turn, because I think at one time it was 21-0 Clarkston. Now it looks like it's 21-13. So Harper Woods, the Pioneers under Rod Oden's guidance, are making a run back in that game on the road in Clarkston. Upper left, if you keep an eye on that too, Ryan, that's Boyne City looking to get in. They took the penalty, pushed them back 5, but they've been pretty efficient in the run game, and that's going to get them into the end zone. I believe they're close. Tough on some of these camera shots. This is someone with the camera sitting in the first row. I'm going to tell them, you have bleachers, go up to the top and give us the shot.
And maybe we can help each other out, Rob. You know what I mean? Looks like he got pushed toward the end zone, but not in yet. So here we go. Great gang tackle that time.
Yep.
Number 87 trying to get in, couldn't do it.
It looks like the scoreboard for the Boyne City game changed. Wasn't it 20-0, 20-0?
I believe it was. And
Now they have an 8 spot, 28. But down on the bottom left, there goes big play for Harper Woods again, and they got Clarkson. Clarkson is on her heels as Harper Woods is almost in the red zone, and a 21-13 lead by Clarkson. But Harper Woods threatening to maybe possibly scoring a 2-point conversion to tie it.
Yeah, no doubt. They were down early. Great job by them to fight back. McBain there, 29 at 2-8. 2:51 to play in the third.
Get a chance. There's
CT.
looks like Granville, a big play. Just comes up short. That's huge. We're going full screen where Cass just had the long play, went down the field and scored. Now Granville answering the bell. The Bulldogs coming out here with a huge play to get them into the red zone to the half-yard line.
And we haven't had a chance to talk about the tank, and that was the guy we saw right there, Jaden Terry. He had a pretty nice game last week, ran for 1,700, almost 1,800 yards a year ago. This wing T that they run, now looking to punch it in. They are right there. Look for number 28. There he is.
And he's in. Yeah, they're going to give it to the guys on the side. You can't see them. They're running in with their hands up in the air. That's a touchdown. You know, I'm going to just coach up a little bit. That is not wing T. That would be a full house T with the 3 more straight across. Right? I know you're a play-by-play guy, but that's why you have us with you to give you a little analyst. That is called a full house tee. That's really old school. You go back into the Army and Notre Dame games, and there's another big play getting in the red zone. You look in the upper left, the Sailors of Mona Shores just had a big play that took them deep into the red zone. We got stuff happening now. We got the conversion here. Looks like Granville's going to go for 2.
Well, and Rob, you don't see a lot of big schools run that offense.
No, you don't.
Going for 2 on your top right. This is Granville going for 2.
Uh-oh.
And the quarterback loses the ball. We are
High
headed
school,
the other way, and he is high-stepping, but how about the
I don't know the
there?
rule if it's dead or not.
The way
In college, you can do that. A 2-point conversion, you can advance it for a score, but I'm not sure about high school. I don't think you can.
I don't believe you can either when the ball hits the ground, and that's why he was high-stepping. And then he finished it out. That Victor Polk, though, making things happen for CT, and it's huge because that would have tied the game.
Now it's still
14-12.
Cass Tech with a 14-12 lead. Playing in the shadows of Comerica Park, which the Tigers are playing the White Sox at home tonight, I believe.
Absolutely, and you said it earlier. Go see a game there if you never have, because it's incredible.
It is something else.
The buildings and everything.
And because they're so limited, because the school's right in the city, there's limited space. There's no, like you go to other high schools, you could tailgate on the parking lots and the fields around the school. Here you're in the middle of the road.
The street. New Boston Huron. They're in the house, and they're excited.
I think that's actually Groszeal. The Red Devils scored there, isn't it? It's at Groszeal. I'm pretty sure that's the home team.
That's Groszeal. You are correct.
Yeah, the Red Devils. The scarlet and gray. Someone should tell them that's Ohio State's colors too. That they may want to change that for future reference. But big play gets them in the end zone here. We're not seeing that little score box here to tell us the score because we're like you. They're And Byron Center just gets a touchdown to crawl things, make it a little bit more interesting against East Kentwood.
Absolutely, and we know they can strike. 21-6, they are finally on the board. Plenty of time, just 9:26, just a couple of minutes into the third.
I think Davison might have scored as well against De La Salle. I see a kickoff. I'm looking over in the 12 box. Right now we have you in the solo, going for 2 here in the or extra point kicking rather, Byron Center.
Big boot is through. 21-7, Byron Center showing a little fight here for the first time. It's now a 2-possession game.
Yeah, we got to get into, if we get a chance, we're going to get over and look here at the 6 box. Davison's on the bottom right, and they did score. They're up 21-2. Ah, jeez. You got to help me out on that.
14-14 with Davison. Davison got the middle there. Big play on your bottom middle. Fighting all the way down to the 11-yard line here. Port Huron Northern taking on Lamphere. That is number 9, Cade Hiller. Mona Shores taking on River Rouge. River Rouge has found the end zone. Let's go back to our 6 box now.
Looks like De La Salle now making a little push. And here you got the Huskies of Port Huron Northern and Lamphere.
Yeah, the Rams showing some toughness right there. If you're just joining us, we appreciate it. We began at 7:30. We're an hour into our very first state champs score. You are looking at 6 of our 12 games we have for you all across the state of Michigan. From Grosse Ile all the way up to McBain, from the east to the west, we've got you covered. My name's Ryan Slocum. I am joined by former Detroit Lion tight end Rob Rubick. We will be here with you every single week the rest of the season to take you around the state of Michigan. When teams get into the scoring area, we will take you there. MHSAA action in week 2, Rob. It's been an exciting week. We've got a number of teams, ranked teams, going head to head, and they are putting up some great highlights for us and for all of you all around the state.
Yeah, the one I'm keeping an eye on here as you're talking is that Clarkston Harper Woods game.
Clarkson took a big lead early.
Maybe 21-19 possibly. Here's the problem is we have to use the graphics that are being provided by the schools that we're sneaking our peaks from. And sometimes the little score boxes are tough to read. Now, Clarkson, it's easy. It's yellow with the black letters, but the red one is difficult to read. Can you? So we're not always sure if we don't see the scoreboard. Good look at the Huskies.
Go to Port Huron Northern, taking on Lamphere. That's in your lower middle. You see it right there. Home of the Rams. Kentwood, East Kentwood taking on Byron Center. East Kentwood had a 21-0 lead. Byron Center just punched it in for the first time, so they are on the board now. The Bulldogs from the OK Green. Mark Sisko, 17th year out there. East Kentwood. Their quarterback will be playing for MSU next year. His name's Cade Kaufman. Davison and De La Salle, 2 of our top 10 teams. They are there in your top left. Great game in Davison, tied at 14.
They've had some battles over the past half dozen years.
They sure have. Split the last 2. Davison now at home, looking to get it done. Around the left side, we've seen that guy run quite a bit. That's the quarterback, future Western Michigan Bronco, number 1 on your scorebook, number 1 in all the cards' hearts. That's Jackson Dosh.
Yeah, talking to Coach Weingarts and asking about his quarterback, he just said the reason he's going to Western and not to Michigan or Michigan State is you talk about kids fitting the box. He's only about 6 foot tall.
Yeah.
So he's not that 6'3", 6'4" quarterback that people like to see now. But Jake said he is a player. Jake Weingarts, he's had a lot of talent come through, as you said earlier. But Dan Rowan, he has been short on talent either.
No.
You don't
no.
you don't stockpile state championships with no Jimmies and Joes. You can be the best X and O guy, but you got to have players. And Dan Rowan knows how to coach them up.
And he has had a number of them, no question about it. As you mentioned, we've got Harper Woods, Clarkson, so many future Division I players in that game. 21-19 is your score halfway through the third quarter in that one. East Kentwood Byron Center, as we've said and as you see, is down on your bottom right. Grosse Ile, they are on the bottom left.
It looks like they're going in to score. The Red Devils.
New Boston Huron and Grosse Ile. Grosse Ile looking for their first win of the year. Slang to the outside, that ball was tipped. Let's see what happened, who came up with it, down to the 1. And it's complete down there to the 1.
East Kentwood really do a nice job here. They down in the lower right against Byron Center. Byron Center scored, make it 21-7. Kind of give you a little bit of hope if you're Byron Center, the Bulldogs, but yet the Falcons of East Kentwood in the red have come right down the field trying to make 28 here.
North Farmington and Walled Lake Western, they are now in your top left. And here we go with Granville one more time. They find the end zone again.
Wow, they've kind of woken up. Cass Tech scored on the long run by the quarterback, and since then, this is the second touchdown for the Bulldogs. They woke up a sleeping giant. This offense has really kicked in gear.
That right there, that's number 33. He is the junior, DJ Hardiman.
They got a couple thumpers in the backfield.
They sure do. Top left, we have Walled Lake Western, North Farmington looking to the paint, and we're going to be down at the 1. I believe that brings up a 4th down. We'll see what they mark here. Let's take a replay there. Once again, top left.
Nice, well blocked, good pulling, getting helmet on helmet.
Yep, and he looks to be just short.
Oh, either there's a 4th down, or did he fumble when he landed there? It's hard to tell.
They were up jumping.
Yeah,
right
because
in the other
they
direction.
changed possession. Walled Lake has the ball. Now North Farmington just stopped short.
So here come the Warriors. Bottom left, Grosse Ile looking to punch it in.
Yeah, real estate's been tough for the Red Devils. Here we go. First time we've been back to our highlight game here today.
Yeah, state champs game of the week here. A couple of state champs going at it. Pontiac Notre Dame Prep taking on Jackson Lumen Christi.
So I wonder who gets together on state champs.
About laying out
Lauren
for your
and
team
John?
is exactly what number 7 Brody Sink does right there for his running back Ben Laparto there, putting them here in the red zone just inside the 10-yard line.
What a swing of momentum there. Laporto stays on the right. They give it to him. Tries to get outside. Can he get the edge again? Not this time. Great pursuit by the Lumen Christi defense that time. He gets down to the 6-yard line, making it a 2nd and goal from the 6.
And Laparto there comes up a little gimpy there. It was a tough tackle. Jack Fitzpatrick, the captain at that safety spot, does a great job of tracking that ball, taking a great angle, making a hard tackle right there.
Shotgun formation for Sam Stowe. Sends a man in motion. They fake the jet inside handoff. Not a lot of space up there. Maybe up to the 5. Now they're going to say maybe a foot there, Grant, and a huge 3rd and goal forthcoming here.
Very big play here, and on that last play, Paul Sattler making plays on offense, made a great play on defense right there from the linebacker position.
Empty backfield this time. Stowe back to pass. Looking, firing, touchdown. Nice route to Brody Sink. And there's that senior wide receiver with another big catch.
Brody Sink, having the versatility at 6'4", 200 pounds, on nine out of 10 rosters in the state of Michigan, he's a tight end. That's the body of a tight end. But what do? They flex him out. That gives you advantage on the perimeter in the pass game with his height and his ability. And right there, he's missed. He had 2 drops here in that first half. But Sam Stowe understands and trusts the all-state receiver linebacker that he's going to come through. And right there, comes through with a huge 3rd down touchdown catch.
And they're going for 2 here.
Coach.
Still looking to the sideline is Stowe. Bunch formation near side, empty backfield, 2 receivers split wide. Stowe sends a man in motion, claps his hands. Timing route incomplete. Trying for that slant, but it falls incomplete. So, Lumen Christi stays on top by a score of 35-20, Grant.
And here's the touchdown to the top of your screen. Just a little whip route. We call it in and then out. You got to sell the slant, get the DB off your landmark, and then break back out. Great ball, great catch, and it's a timing route. And that right there was timed perfectly.
Hey, at Lawrence Technological University, your vision of competing in scholarship-level college athletics can be your reality. LTU offers varsity sports for men and women while studying for a world-class undergrad.
So I was talking right before the break is, who decides? How do you pick the game of the week? There's so many great games. You got Lauren Plant and John Watts. I don't know. Were you called at all?
I was not.
I was not called either.
No, they don't even pay me, remember?
No, right.
They didn't call me.
So you need an agent. There's so many. I mean, you could have taken anything from Clarkson to Harper Woods, Granville, Cass Tech, Lumen Christi, Davison. And oh my gosh, and De La Salle. There's so many really good games going on right now, and we're privileged to be able to kind of jump in and see them all.
Well, and Grant and Sean were talking about that route. You said the same thing as soon as you saw it. You love that route, right?
Yeah, because he's talking about the big body, which is good. So when you take a big body, you flex him out. He kind of runs a little, they call it a whip. We used to call it a choice route, where you go in and then you kind of get the guy running across, you lean on it, and you come back out of it. The bigger body usually wins, and that's what happened there. Cass Tech now trying to answer the bell on the bottom left. We've seen Granville put up a couple unanswered touchdowns since Cass scored, and now Cass Tech has moved the ball down the field with a couple chunk plays, and they are currently in the red zone. Let's keep an eye on the bottom left here as the technicians try to get to pay dirt here.
Trying to fight back a little bit after the Bulldogs did exactly that. Up the gut. How about that run? Beautiful cut. Julius Taylor finds the end zone.
How about the blocking? That was beautiful. They ran counter, and he did a nice job with the patience, and the lineman came through, helmet on the helmet. People are staying on. But I see yellow. I see laundry on the field, so it looks like it might be coming back.
And
maybe
Julius
the blocks
doesn't
were
look as
too
happy
good.
as he was a minute ago.
Maybe the blocking was so good because there might have been a little bit of grabbing.
Yep, exactly. So it looks like we'll move back. Great day, though. We've seen Julius already today make big plays. Made one right there. He's going to have to do it one more time.
He made it from the quarterback position earlier, correct?
I believe he...
I know he's a running back, but I thought he ran one from the quarterback position. Now, they have Corey Sadler as well. Now, Corey used to be number 1. When I called a couple of his games over the past few years,
yeah,
he is a dynamic player. We haven't really seen number 1 in green. Now...
Yeah, Donald Tabron, their normal quarterback, and they mix it around. Corey runs Wildcat all the time.
You see him on the bottom right, flexed out to the right here.
Here's Taylor again. Yeah, they're not stopping him. He takes it down inside, maybe the 2-yard line.
At the risk of too much analyst work here, what you're seeing, the helmets, the big fellows up front for Cass Tech are occupying the defensive linemen. The linebackers kind of get caught up in the wash inside for Granville, and the backs for Cass Tech just bounce it outside, and there's no one there. There's no scraping linebacker to make the play.
So here we go.
They're having their way up front. You keep an eye on those big bodies up front. You watch how they're taking those white jerseys and getting some push on them.
Sadler, the North Carolina recruit, you see him number 1, bottom of your screen. They're heading the other way, though. It's Taylor again, untouched, takes it in. The sophomore, 5'10", 215. He gets CT on the board.
Those are big, athletic offensive linemen at Cass Tech. That's why they pump about 3 to 4 of them every year for Division I programs not around the state, but around the country. So it's Marvin Rushing really has done a nice job down there getting the kids to buy in. And, it's become an all-star team almost of the Detroit area because you have King and you have Cass. And those are primarily a lot of the other schools, have I don't want to say suffered, but they haven't been able to get the type of athletes to come to the school. But Cass Tech is such an academically sound high school. Kids want to go there. And Marvin Rushing does a great job with the program, and you see the success, what happens on the field, and the extra point is good as well.
Yeah, and King as well. Those two have won how many state championships now over the past 10 years?
Yeah.
They've been incredible. Back to our game of the week here on the State Champs Sports Network. Pontiac Notre Dame Prep trying to fight back. It is 35-20. They are down to Jackson Lumen Christi. Harper Woods down just 2 against Clarkston after getting in a big hole early. They are trying to fight back.
You wonder what's happened to Clarkston's offense. I mean, they hung 21, I think, in the first quarter, at least maybe just into the second quarter. They had 21 points, and they have been silent since then. And Harper Woods, in turn, has hung up 19, 3 scoring, 3 touchdowns, missed a couple extra points, but now they have a chance to take the lead here on the road in Clarkston. This would be a huge win for Rod Oden and his staff.
Absolutely. Sure would, especially after last week, the way Clarkston 38-7 against Belleville, jump out 21-0 here. We're thinking, oh man, the Wolves, they're rolling. Oh, not right now. Just a 2-point lead.
Well, I gotta believe Belleville looks like a little bit different team without Underwood being there this year.
Yeah, he's doing okay in the maize and blue. He looked the other day as well. East Kentwood, Byron Center, once again, we have that on your top right as we're in our quad box. Lumen Christi and Notre Dame Prep, they're on your bottom right. Clarkston, Harper Woods, they're in a timeout, and they are on your bottom left. And then we have Grosse Seal.
Yeah, New Boston Huron trying to move the ball a little bit, crawl back into this game.
So those are the 4 we're looking at right now.
Got a timeout down on the right in our highlight game with Pontiac Prep, Notre Dame, and Lumen Christi.
Top right, the Falcons looking to find the end zone again. They've been slowed down a little bit, East Kentwood. You mentioned Detroit King. Their old coach, Ty Spencer, now off there at East Kentwood. McBain has been putting up points.
Bottom
so
left. I'm
far
sorry
today.
to stomp on you, brother.
You're good.
But you
We
got to
got a
look
touchdown.
bottom left. Harper Woods just threw a skinny post from about the 15 going in for a tutty, and they've now taken the lead up in Clarkston. Boy, it could be a long ride home for our producer, Alan. He's from Clarkston, his stomping grounds. But he'll be mourning if the Wolves don't. He's in my ears. I'm from Flint, technically. Okay. But anyways, yeah, if the Wolves of Clarkston don't fight their way back. But what a job by this Harper Woods team on the road to get down big early and then just keep battling.
Well, and this is a team that's not scared. They won the state title 2 years ago. Last year made it to the semis before falling to Goodrich. And they've got so many recruits. You knew they weren't going to give up. And, man, they've done a lot more than that. As we now go to the 6. No, we're going back to 1. Our game of the night.
Hey, they're starting to drive the ball. You can't get enough Sean Belizean. So
how could you?
Let's see if Alan can get us piped in. Listen to Shawnee and along with Grant Perry, the former Michigan Wolverine, are on the call here. See if we can.
Really good run by the running back there, Clay, Amarion Clay.
And let's go to him right now. Grant Perry, Sean
Setting
Belizean.
Up a 2nd and 4. Hand it off to Sattler. Another first down for Sattler. Puts his head down, dives inside the 10-yard line. And Lumen Christi, let's see where they mark this, Grant. I'm sure it's going to be inside the 10. I'm just waiting for the official confirmation as they're looking at a couple guys down on the ground. near side of the field. I think we're going to get an official's timeout here. A couple players down.
Allen.
Sattler slow to get up.
Allen?
Let's see where they mark this. So they're going to put it smack dab on the 10. This is going to be a first.
Let's go to our 6 box real quick. Top middle. East Kentwood now looking to go up 28. They have now found the end zone for the 4th time in the game. Walled Lake Western looking to do the same. Bottom right of your screen. They're on the porch looking to punch it in, taking on North Farmington. And then again, bottom middle, it's Jackson Lumen Christi moving the ball. They are now inside the 5. And then top right of your screen, we've got River Rouge at Muskegon Mona Shores.
And that's a 9? That can't be. Is that the score or is that like a first down stat? Because see the box in the upper right, it says 9-6.
9-6, yes it does.
That's a dandy too. A lot of really highly competitive games. We're pretty lucky with our 12 games. Very few are blowouts, are lopsided type of games. So we've had a lot of really good action to zoom in on.
And here we go. Let's go back to our state champs. As we do, of course, we get a timeout on 2nd and 2 as Lumen Christi's looking to find the end zone one more time. We saw Walled Lake Western score, then take it in for 2. They are now up 24-21, taking on North Farmington. Notre Dame Prep's got a lot of time, Rob.
They
Down
do.
just 2.
But they're going to have to get a stop here because you're 2nd down and 2. You're deep in the red zone. When I say they, that's Lumen Christi. They go up 40. If they another touchdown, could go up 42-20 with not much time left in the 3rd, and they really haven't been slowed down here much. And that's a nice graphic there. And look at the schedule of Lumen Christi, who they play.
Yeah, and you mentioned.
Yeah, I wish I could see that. If we could zoom in on that, because they usually really play a hard schedule. They travel the state. They're not afraid to go to anyone's venue to play. Herb Brogan feels that he doesn't care if he gets 3-4 losses in the regular season. Get me to the playoffs. We are battle tested, and we will show you what we're made of.
Well, and outside of the state as well. They'll take on a team from Ohio. They'll take on a team from Illinois. They have done it. They did it last week. They lost their opening game to Lombard Martini Catholic from Illinois. Top right, we've got Cass Tech on the move one more time, taking on Granville.
Now, there's no box, though, so I'm not sure the score of the Granville-Cass Tech game because you cannot see a score box, but
this is a touchdown that just happened. Lumen Christi taking it in for yet another score. They've got a big lead, and that's Paul Sattler, the senior.
now here's Granville trying to get deep on Cass Tech in the upper right box. Granville in white. The Bulldogs from the west side of the state traveling to downtown Detroit to take on the Cass Tech Technicians.
You want to talk about a tough schedule. You're in the OK Conference as it is. They began with Muskegon. We know what they've done over the
Big
past
Reds.
forever. And now you got to come face Cass Tech. Man, what a start for them if they could pull this one off.
Boy, Boyne City is just going, it's like a track meet right now. They're up 38-0 or 36-0 on the Elks of Elk Rapids. Clever name, huh? What do you want to be named? We're Elk Rapids. Let's be the Elks.
Well, why
there's elk herd up that way that has been was implanted there.
Yeah, I'm from Flushing. We didn't want to do that at Flushing. Yeah, we
No,
came up with
toilet
something
town,
else.
yeah.
Yeah, oh, come on. you don't want to be the Flushing Flushes.
Yeah,
It
right,
doesn't sound as
yeah,
good as the Elks.
right.
The Elks works.
Here's Granville, get ready. This game has got to be I think it's like a 2 or 3 point game either way. I'm not sure who's winning.
Top right, we have Clarkson taking on Harper Woods. Harper Woods has come back to take the lead in that one. 27-21, just a couple of ticks on the clock here in the 3rd. Then once again on the top left, just told you about it. after the touchdown from Walled Lake Western. Here's CT in Granville. Once again, the tank. How about his work getting down to the 5?
Well, they're like a two-headed monster because number 33, besides Tank here, 28, they're both downhill, big physical backs, and they just, after a while, if you're Castex defense, you say, you know, I'm tired of tackling those two. They are bringing the pain, and they are moving the ball, and there's a good look at the score. So it's 21-20 Cass with 10:30 and winding down here in the fourth quarter. So you got to bow your back up if you're that technician defense. Marvin Rushing's got to try to get a stop here because Granville, since about halfway through the second quarter, has taken the ball and moved down the field and scored every time.
And they ride the guy we just showed you. Jaden Terry ran for 273 last week, piling up the yards again. Here
Another
they
full
are at the
house
5.
tee. See this? Another full house tee.
Absolutely. This time, doesn't go to Terry. It goes to DJ Hardiman.
DJ
And
kind of
we got a
nicked.
guy down.
That's DJ Hardiman. He's getting up. That's good. That's if you're a Bulldog fan. I wonder if he could be cramped. Is he going to stretch it?
Could be.
Hopefully
yeah.
we see him try to stretch it. There we go.
There we go.
Perfect.
Yep.
Perfect. That means a cramp. That is something that's temporary.
Yep.
You know, these hot. You know, even though it's not as hot now, they're running the ball a ton. These guys are getting a lot of workload.
I was going to say, we've had football weather the first 2 weeks. Normally, week one's about 85 degrees. Not this year. And then the wind out there as well today, which we haven't talked about.
There's a look at Lamphere up at the Port Huron Northern Huskies. Just threw an incomplete pass, trying to hang in that game with Lamphere.
Absolutely. And then down at the bottom again, New Boston Huron at Grosse Ile.
We got a upper left. This is a big 3rd down and 7. If you're Notre Dame prep and you have any chance to stay in this game, Pat Fox knows this. You got to get a score. You cannot not score one time because you're probably done the way that Christie has moved the football.
Yeah, down 22 points. 3 touchdowns, and you got to get a 2-point conversion in there somewhere to make up the time, to make up the score.
You almost have to go for it here. It's 4th and 7, or 4th and 4 rather. I think you almost have to go for it. You're on your own 35-yard line, but. And
it looks like they are going to.
Wouldn't you think so? I mean, you punt here with a minute to go in the 3rd quarter. You're going to lose another 3-4 minutes of game time, and you really haven't proven that you can stop Christie the second entire game. Here we go, bottom
left.
Going for 2. I'm sorry. Tank.
Granville takes it in.
So that's 26-21. So obviously, this situation, you go for 2. It's a no-brainer.
Going for 2, and at that distance, with the way they've run the ball, why wouldn't
you? The way they've done a good job. This is funny. You said you don't see the full house tee much at the bigger schools. You don't. But it shows you can be effective. It's a power running game, and this is a coach that knows his personnel. Because if you're the coach of the Granville Bulldogs, Eric Stiegel knows that he's got 2 big backs, and I want to get him a lot of carries for both of them, and I got a 3rd back as well. We're going to run full house tee and give teams fits with it.
And they've done just that. We'll see if they can extend this to a full touchdown lead. Up 26-21. There they go, outside. The main man, the tank, takes it around the pylon. He's in there, 28-21.
Yeah, he's just not a downhill thumper. He gave a little dead leg there. When he bounced at the outside, and I call it dead leg, it looks like he's going to try to get to the corner. Then he kind of raises and slows just a bit to get the defender, and then he kicks it in gear, and he's able to get to the pylon and beat him. 2-point conversion, 28-21. What a game, huh?
Absolutely. Man. They've gone back and forth here in the second half. And again, about Jay and Terry. Rob, Ferris State commit.
Really?
Yeah.
Tony Anise is going to get him?
Tony Anise. The rich get richer over
Bulldogs.
there in Big Rapids.
Why is he going from one Bulldog to another Bulldog, right? Granville to...
And right up 131. McBain. 42-16, as you can see the big board right there on your bottom left.
You look at Terry, I think the thing that people might question is his top-end speed. Once he gets free, if he can be that big threat. 3-2, what a game. Lamphere. And
what inning is it?
Yeah.
3-2, Lamphere. We've checked in with them a couple of times, Port Huron Northern. We mentioned the big names going in that one. Defensive battle so far in this one. That's a game up there in your top right. Bottom right. Another incredible game. Harper Woods coming back on Clarkston. They lead at 27-21 with 10:46 to play.
Davison up 20-14. You were talking about a little bit, and looks like they're moving the ball. They're approaching the red zone themselves.
Mona Shores and River Rouge. Another low-scoring affair. Mona Shores, if you don't know, they're the guys in the Carolina Blue, and they are threatening right now.
You think Scott Hansen from the NFL is watching this at all and feels threatened?
I mean, I would if I was him, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know,
He does the octobox, right? Does he, or the four
I
quad
think he
box?
does. Yeah, he does quad.
All right,
I believe they have an octobox.
Here's Mona Shores trying to get in here. It went dead on us. The stream locked up a little bit.
We'll see if we can get that back for
It's
you.
in your bottom left.
We'll get that back for you.
And Clarkston looking, they're deep in the red zone, I think, as well as we go to.
Yep,
This is Byron Center trying to get back in this one, too, against East Kentwood.
This is another one. East Kentwood, big lead early. Took a big lead.
Yeah.
Byron Center fighting back. Back to the quad box now. Davison looking to score. They are about to do it. How about the big hit? Will not go down. Finally taken down at the 2.
You just know that Davison, every now and then they got to run the backs as well, but they love running the quarterback. But you got to give him a rest every now and give him a little bit of breather. And that time, the little quick hitter inside, number 21, did a good job getting it down close. And De La Salle right now, a little bit of peril. If you let Davison get up 2 scores, that's a tough comeback on the road.
Absolutely. And that was Jacob Garris. He went over 100 yards a week ago in a big week 1 win.
Good wrestler as well, Garris.
Oh, trouble with the snap a little bit. Dosh did go up and get it. He's fighting, but finally brought down.
Man, that's tough. That is a tough one there. A high snap. You got 1st and goal. And now you're 2nd and 10 from the 10. Here's a big kick down here on the upper right now. This is the 3-2 game, right?
This is 3-2 this game. The kick.
Was it
and
blocked?
It's blocked. That is blocked. Yeah, the boys in blue, very excited. The Rams, there goes a helmet. They are excited about that one. Couple of guys down, unfortunately, but yeah, it's going to be their ball. As we go back to 4, Davison. 2nd down now, 9 to go. Lost a few there on the trouble on the high snap. Jackson Dosh will take it full.
Quarterback keep.
You called it. Up the middle. Good cut. Gets down to the 5. You talked about wrestling a second ago. That was a good tackle right there.
Little hip throw. Big 3rd and goal on the 5, and you just wondered here if they come up short. This is if you're a coach, if you're Jake Weingart, you're thinking, okay, if we get it to inside the 2, maybe we have a play, we go for it. If we don't get it inside the 2, we kick it and still go up 2 possessions. Nice job by McBain, really opening up a can now.
Absolutely. Bottom left, it's Clarkston. It's Harper Woods. Harper Woods, 27-21. Another tight one. Let's go back top left. Davison hands it off. Ooh. They get nothing. Maybe what you just said.
Now you kick it. You take the 3, you go up 2 possessions, you play defense.
And you've done a great job playing defense all day. You only allow the Pilots 14 points. Let's go back to our game right here on the right side. Little replay.
Nice. Trying to keep hope alive. Pontiac Prep Notre Dame.
Absolutely. Just barely gets across that goal line. That's Ben LaPerota.
Does that make it a 2-possession game yet? Yeah, it does. We're going to make it 42-28, the Titans.
And we got a timeout called there in the Davison De La Salle game. They were about to kick it, as you said. You mentioned the great job the camera crews and the production crews are doing around the state. There may not be anybody better than DTV. Davison Television. Got a whole new production studio up there, Rob. They have really got it going. Bottom left, 27-24. Fighting to get across the goal line. No signal yet. Davison and De La Salle, they're about to make it happen here on 4th down. Let's check in with the DTV commentating crew.
And I know that I'm good if I was in those stands with my nice gray American shorts.
Ferguson set to boot this one through. Easy field goal for him, and it's drilled. That brings it to a, gotta do the math here, to a 9-point game. So that is officially 2 possessions. De La Salle would need to score twice here to get this even or get the lead here, as Davison now up 23-14 and 8 minutes to go in this ball game, Tyler.
Now, Chayton, something that I would point out right now is we see De La Salle only has 1 timeout while Davison's over here at 2. That could really affect these final minutes of the game where they only have 8 minutes left on the clock. And this drive by De La Salle coming up, they only have 1 timeout to work with. And if Davison can get a stop here and send it back to Davison, the Davison offense, they have 2 timeouts to work with. That can be pretty rough for De La Salle.
Yeah, as Rob said earlier, great job there. It makes it a 2-possession game. I know they wanted to get the touchdown, but hey, they're up 2 possessions. Ryder Ferguson, the senior, kicking it through for a 23-14 lead on the right side of your screen. Back and forth they go. It's CT and Granville. CT looking to take that lead back down 28-21. And there they go.
Got one team, whoever has the ball last might win this one.
Absolutely. Easy does it as they take it in. Carson Lovett going out to the 4-box now. You see our game, bottom right, 49-27 now.
If you told me that someone's going to hang 49 points on that Pontiac Prep Notre Dame team, Pat Fox team, I'd say never.
Right.
And Lumen Christi has done it. It seems like since the first quarter, they've done it with ease offensively.
35 in the first half.
Yeah.
I mean, right out of the gate, right out of the chute.
So here's Cass Tech kicking the extra point.
North Farmington has taken the lead, 27-24. Down in the bottom right of your screen, 6:46 to play in that one. CT looking to tie this thing up against Granville. Came in beating another perennial powerhouse, the Big Reds, last week. Now trying to knock off Cass Tech.
Ooh, North Farmington tried to get to it. Did he stretch it and get it? No. Did not on the bottom right. Good effort. The official was right there, makes the call, and on the bottom left, here we go for the extra point to tie.
They're backed up a little ways here, Rob. It's up and through.
I think it's tied, isn't it?
It should be.
Because they went for 2. Granville got down by 5, 26. They're up by 5, 26-21. Went for 2, made it 28-21. So that should be a 28-all game. And here's a look at the Grosio, the Red Devils. I'm sorry, this is East Kentwood. No, that's Grosio in the upper left.
Yep. It taking on New Boston Huron. (28-28) is our Cass Tech Granville game.
You know what?
Could not be a better first night for us, Rob. This is incredible.
I'd like to get a look at the time in that game because we don't have a score box in the Cass Tech Granville game. A lot of them we can see the time, the quarter, and so forth.
The Chiefs.
So McBain went final 56-16, so there was running clock in the end of that game for McBain. The Ramblers have no problem dispensing of sometimes what you could call a rival, but the Pine River Bucks really, not a lot of fight in the Bucks tonight as McBain really rolled over them.
A lot of fight from the Red Devils. They were about to get scored on, but an interception at the goal line stops that drive. Gross Zeal. They lost their first 8 games last year, Rob. won their final game. They're looking to make it, 2 out of 3 here. They're looking to do it again here.
Well, the thing about high school that's so different than a lot of other levels is it's so dependent on the class, like the sophomore class or the junior class. If you get 2 bad classes in a row, you're going to be bad.
Yep.
But if you can have maybe a good class following that, then all of a sudden you can make a lot of gains in 1 year. Maybe that's what Grozio has done.
So they take over. They're at their own 5-6 yard line. 48-27, top right there. The battle of state champions. And then CT and Granville has become our game of the night. Back and forth they go. They are in your bottom left.
And Granville just Pac-Mans you. If you remember the old game Pac-Man, it's like bop, bop, bop. They just run that power T. And you just get tired of taking on those 2 lead backs. So there were a lot of power through it where they're not even pulling people. They just run both backs. They give it to the third back, and the 2 backs lead through, and it's physical football.
16-6, Mona Shores has taken the lead against River Rouge. After a few of our games, we've got a 3-2 game out there, Rob. Port Huron Northern and Lamphere. Red Devils and Grosseal moving that ball. As you can see, they started at their own 6. They've got it up to the 36. How about the bottom right? East Kentwood as we take that full, taking on Byron Center. The Falcons moving that ball. That was Nazir Williams.
Is it me or is that the Georgia Bulldogs? I think East Kentwood, they used to be more of the red and black. And now that is straight Georgia. They got the gray short pants with the stripes up the side.
They do. They definitely
Circa
look
Herschel
like,
Walker there almost. That's old school Georgia.
They just need that big G. That's all they need.
And right now, De La Salle needs a big TD because trailing by 9 points with just 5.5 minutes in the fourth quarter remaining.
And facing a 4th and 5.
This is it. This might be the last gasp because if Granville, if Davison rather gets it back and they pick up a first down, that would pretty much Pac-Man the clock, and that would be it.
As we said, DTV does it so well. They got the timeouts on the screen. Davison with 2 of them. De La Salle just 1. 4th and 5 from the 40. Wide open. How about that throw? How about that play call? Oh, dropped it, but it looks like the ground caused that fumble there. Pilots staying alive.
Big play for Dan Rowan and his staff. 4th and 5, well executed on a deep crossing route. And I tell you what, a lot of fight in that Pontiac Prep team. They're hanging some points too on Lumen Christi. Lumen Christi playing a little bit more of a prevent here when you got a 3-possession lead in the fourth quarter, but Pontiac Prep went right down the field on them that time quickly in about 4 or 5 plays.
Well, they've got an excellent quarterback over there as well.
Stowe?
Won his championship a year ago. Yeah, big kid, great arm. He can move a little bit too. He can move the ball himself with his feet.
Now I'm trying to look at this Granville game because good defensive play that time. Let's see where they're at. They're on their own 45. Looks to be they need 5 or 6 for a first down. I'm trying to get a look at the sidelines. At 3rd and 6 maybe? If you can see the down marker.
Yeah, it's right at the 50.
Yeah, this is what if you're Cass Tech, you like this because this team is built for 3rd and 2. You know, you're just a team that's going to get 3-4 yards like the military academies when Army and Navy both ran the triple option. You're trying to get 3 yards, 3 yards, 3 yards, 3 yards. You keep getting first downs. And we see a final where Byron Center is going to – is that – no, I'm sorry.
That is Grosseal.
That's Grosseal. Yep. New Boston Huron.
Big win for the home team.
The Red Devils come away with a victory. Good way to start.
Back here, 2-point conversion was good in our game of the week, 48-34. So, Notre Dame not dead yet, but you need to pick up this onside kick.
Yep.
East Kentwood finds the house.
Probably solving that one away,
lead.
yeah. Now De La Salle has moved it down. They got a 2nd and 1. with 5:05.
Great job covering that onside kick. Lumen Christie picks it up. Once again, top right, Walled Lake Western with the ball. Let's take it full. They're with it, taking on North Farmington.
Trailing by 3. With 3 minutes to go in the game, that's a tight one. We got another tight one at the bottom left is
2 points. High snap on that as we took it late. That didn't matter. I don't need 1 point. I'll take 2. They make it work. 18 squeezing in there. That is Amari Birch, the big tight end, takes it in for 2. Back to the quad box. Lumen Christie, man, they can't stop them. They just keep plugging away. Another big pickup there. De La Salle, they are down to the 11. Great connection. No, it's dropped.
Walled Lake Western, upper right, trailing by 3 against North Farmington. That time's running down. They're 2.5 minutes in the game.
And that clock is moving.
We have the Lamphere game, too. Last time we checked that, Lamphere was in a 3-2 struggle against Port Huron Northern.
We will check back
we'll see if we can get our, we get back there. Just as it winds down, this gets tough to, what do you pick? Because they're all coming down to the final possessions.
Yeah, incredible. Couldn't ask for a better night. So glad we could bring it to you here on the State Champs Network. Our very first score as we take you inside the red zone all over the state of Michigan. Could not ask for better games, and they have lived up to the billing. Walled Lake Western, top right, under 2 minutes to play. Looking to take the lead here.
Oh, a little reverse. What a great
block.
Call.
Great block.
Into the end zone. Excellent play.
It's a house call, Rob. What do you see there, man?
Well, what you see is a defense that's been very aggressive all night, and what you do is turn it against them. You get the flow going with a little front action to the front strong side, and you just reverse it, and nice cut, and they take it to the house, and they take the lead. Boy, tough one for North Farmington here. Now, this is a big extra point because you're up by 3. You can make it a touchdown if you can convert either 1 or 2 point conversion. You force North Farmington and have to come all the way downfield and get a tutty.
And as you were saying that, Rob, De La Salle took it into the house. I believe there's going to be a celebration penalty.
That
big. Flag came in late.
So the touchdown would count, and that would probably be marked off on the kickoff.
Let's see what they call here.
Oh, no.
No. Well, so that'll personal foul.
I let you do one little bit of analyst work. And this is what happens, Ryan. Come on.
Well, it was on. Maybe he pushed him on the celebration. He must have.
Oh, we got the Bulldogs driving here now. Boy, I'd like to get a clock on this one. Granville doing a good job against Cass Tech. Just can't. Those 2 running backs, I bet you each are going to have 150 plus before this is all said and done.
And these 2 teams just going at it. 2 top 20 teams.
I've seen cramp. It looks like a cramp. You're grabbing the hammy. Things are locking up.
Back to our quad box now. So it's 23-21 after the extra point. As you said, field goal came up huge. Davison's still on top. With just over 4 minutes to play, they will get the ball on this kickoff.
This is interesting. Now, upper left, there's still 6 minutes in this game. It's a 4th down and 6 does that say? For Lumen Christie.
Here we go. On 4th down.
I said 4th and 6. He didn't come close, but Christie, I think the box was incorrect because Christie was clapping. Right. That was about a 2-yard gain.
Yeah, and you could see the stick there at the top.
Yes.
There you go. They're moving them. Because, they would not have been close on that one.
And now you just lose about 2 to 3 more minutes off the game clock, even if they don't score. They being Lumen Christie. Upper left, De La Salle Davison. Davison only up by 2.
But they get the ball.
Yeah, Dan Roan, the coach of De La Salle, just kicked the extra point, I believe. So now Davison, it's that time for that offense to show what they're made of. You go behind the big tackle, your quarterback, let your best players be your best players. And Lumen Christie on the right just getting push. And We'll check back in with that Granville game. Last time we checked, the Cass Tech player looked like he was down with cramps. I know we'll get back there too. This is where it gets tough.
They go with the onside.
Uh-oh. I said De La Salle might have gotten that.
They're still fighting down there. Top right.
Oh, that's...
They are still fighting.
I think De La Salle got it. The
I
way they're
believe they
celebrating
did.
more. And to talk about celebrating on the upper left, that's game, set, match. They're going to hit double nickels. You're going to hit
The
the
old
speed
Jordan double
hit the
nickel.
speed limit outside Jackson there, Lumen Christi. You're going to hit 55 points with the conversion of an extra point here. And you go a long time back before Pontiac Prep's given 55 to anyone.
Paul Sattler with the tutty. What a night for him. Called his name numerous times. 54-34. Yeah, this one may be out of reach.
Yeah, you see Byron Center is still trying to fight in the bottom right, but I think it's at least a 2-possession lead. We haven't had a score lately on that East Kentwood game, but I think it's at least a 2-possession game.
But you are correct. The Pilots come up with the onside kick. Big gain on first down.
Well, now what you're going to do if you're just playing for a field goal too. Dan Rowan, you have to have fuel for your kicking game. If it's solid, you can eat the clock here. You run the ball and set yourself up for a last-second field goal and not even give Javis an opportunity to come back.
Walk them off on their home field. That's what the Pilots are looking to do. Sattler mentioned he had a pretty good game. How's 5 touchdowns sound to you?
Like my high school career.
Yeah, it was the same?
It's my entire
my
whole career.
Yeah, the whole time? Yeah.
I walked on at Grand Valley for a reason.
Well, I think it worked out for you.
I was a late bloomer, but Byron Center, they've done some things in the second half that you can build on. This could be their third scoring drive in the second half.
Yeah, absolutely. Here they are again at the 10. Little delayed handoff. They're going to get it down to the 5. De La Salle. Under 3 to go now. Quarterback keeps it. He's going
big
nowhere.
Play. 1st and 10. They lose 3 or 4. Now it puts you into more of a passing situation. You cannot control the clock as much if you're De La Salle because you're going to have to throw the ball because you are not in field goal range unless you have Jake Bates as your kicker.
We've had some good ones around here.
Well, that's the problem why the Lions have struggled, though. Our best players have been Eddie Murray, Jason Hanson, now Jake Bates, where the Packers' best player were Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre.
Right. Yeah,
those quarterbacks touch the ball more than the kickers.
Mix a Matt Prater in there for about
2 years.
That's
right. Yeah, I think the clock is going to tick away on Pontiac Prep in the upper left. But now Granville, once again, on the upper right, after the player's been hopefully taken off and hydrated a little bit for Cass Tech, they're going to continue this drive.
Byron Center, they're right there. They're looking to punch it in, bottom right of your screen. They're throwing. Little scramble, trying to find somebody. Yeah, he did, but he dropped it.
Then we got, I think in the upper left, that would be Harper Woods trying to seal the deal, I think, against Clarkston. If they can get this drive in, they're on near the red zone about the 25. They're up 27-21. If they go in the score here with just a minute 10, they're just trying to eat the clock away.
Yeah, and that clock is running.
Would you consider this an upset? I mean, like you said, Harper Woods has been there. Clarkson's been there. The big win by Clarkson in week 1, but it could have been fool's gold because Belleville's not the Belleville, obviously, when you lose the best player, one of the best players in the entire country.
I may not say it was an upset 3 hours ago, but after the way this game started.
Yeah, they
just incredible.
Their offense went silent. Coach Pintar can't be happy with the way the offense produced for Clarkson tonight after the first half.
Absolutely not. Another game coming right down to it, and that clock is just ticking away.
You know, we can almost see the scoreboard of the Granville game if they just raise the camera a little bit.
I believe it's 28-28.
I do, but I'm thinking more of the clock.
Oh, yeah,
because
absolutely.
Granville's been Pac-Manning that clock in the second half here, just munching it away. And this has been a long drive, again, with those two big backs and the way they possess the ball. The good news, if you're a Cass Tech fan, the technicians, they've been scoring in chunk plays. They're hitting big plays down the field. And you see the good game shaking the hands with Byron Center and East Kentwood. The Falcons come out on top there.
Back to Walled Lake Western and North Farmington. Under a minute to go in that when the Warriors, they're looking excited. They're jumping around. They are in the white coming off the field. 31-27, they have the lead.
I think that just ended there because they just stopped them on a fourth down. So now Walled Lake's going to get the ball back. Ooh, big incomplete. 3rd down and 8. Throw over the middle now. Down in the bottom left. Sorry, I start watching, not talking where we're at. The bottom left, De La Salle just threw a pass, which was almost catchable. Low ball. Doesn't come up with this. It's a 4th and 8. Do you see? But they're pretty deep, so...
I don't know their kicker. We'll find out in a minute if they have one. Robert Martin there. Let's take out the replay. The strong safety. But the ball was low. He was there. Martin was. Couldn't come up with it. Was Damian King.
So it's 4th and 8. It looks like they're on the 30 or 25. So that would make it a 43-yard field goal. What do you think?
If you got the kicker, do you do it?
43 is a long field goal in high school.
Way. It is.
And Harper Woods comes out on top at Clarkson. A big win for Rod Oden, his Harper Woods team here tonight.
Absolutely.
The Pioneers come away after trailing by 21 or at least 14 in the first half, come back and win. So hats off to Rod Oden and his staff. And now we're going to see the kick here, 23-21. Still minute 20. If he does make it, Davison will have a chance.
Kick is up. Line drive.
It looks good. Oh, no. That's a home game for Davison. So I'm just reading the room here now.
Couldn't tell from our angle, but they are excited. Kick is no good. You said it from 43. Plenty of legs.
Yeah.
He had it.
That's why I thought it was good.
Yeah.
Get him off the field. This is take a knee time. Looks like De La Salle is out of timeouts. So you take a knee twice, and Davis and Cardinals, Jake Weingart's big win. What a battle that's been with Dan Rowan. And here, as I said, the final with Walled Lake Western going on the road, taking on North Farmington and getting the win 31-27. Just mean I got to go home pretty soon.
11 and a half seconds
Look
left.
at this.
Could Granville knock off our number? Oh, my. Okay, well, there is a flag there, so something happened.
Maybe the center got hit too quick.
Yeah. Wow, because, that ball was nowhere near the holder. And they weren't ready for it.
How lucky are we? We got 2 of our games coming down to a field goal attempt.
Right down to it. Incredible. Great win for Davison. As you can see, they're excited. The kick was wide. And now top right, number 1 Cass Tech taking on number 18 Granville. A field goal could do it with 11 and a half ticks on the clock in downtown Detroit. Cardinals looking to take another knee. Big win for Jake Weingarts and the crew. So here we are again in the double box. As we can see, Davison's excited. Right side. We're waiting for the Bulldogs to come over.
You know, it's funny. I'm pretty good friends with both those coaches, with Jake and Danny.
Yeah.
And their personalities and their style are very similar.
Are they?
They're both type A, high energy guys. Really, really do a great job. And hats off. And the sad part is they're not going to meet again in the playoffs because De La Salle is Division II.
Okay, so here we go.
Here we go.
The ball is at the 10, lined up at what? About
27-yarder?
27, 28 yards. 4th and 9. We are still waiting. Guys coming in and out with a little delay of game here, so they move it back 5.
That's tough. So now that makes it a 32-yard field goal, 33. On a furry field. You can see how thick the grass is here as well. This is Obviously, you're a kicker. You'd like to be on the turf. Now, it should be pretty dry.
And they are not kicking.
Really?
Throwing
back
the
out.
ball. Wide open. Great tackle, though. He's going to be short.
Oh, my.
Incredible.
Just great call, great execution, but even better defense. That's what speed does. We talk about Corey Sadler.
And how about him coming up right there? The best player in the state making the play of the night. That's him right there, number 1. The North Carolina commit. He's going to go play for Belichick.
That's called closing speed, partner. That looked like it was there. The ball hung a little bit by the throw. But what a great job running the back out of the backfield on the wheel route.
Incredible. 2.2 seconds on the clock.
Oh, it's tied.
28-28.
I'm thinking it's over. I thought, there was time. My bad.
Because we thought they were kicking the field
Yeah.
goal. They moved it back 5. Had a beautiful play called. But Cass Tech right there. Sadler about 2 yards short. We have 2 games left, and they are our game of the night between a pair of state champions from a year ago, turned into a little bit of a blowout.
Yeah, it got
top
lopsided.
20 game. This is far from lopsided.
Yeah.
This game has been awesome, and it looks like we may get some bonus football on opening night. At least for us.
It'd been nice if
week
someone
2.
would have ordered pizza here.
It would have.
Because we're working overtime, and I've seen I can smell it, but I can't see it.
Well, you got to talk a little, Rob, you
Yeah.
know, so it might be tough. Well, we're not taking a knee here, Rob.
So do you pencil Lumen Christi in at Ford Field
Yes,
for
we
the state championship for the six seed?
It'd be hard not to, wouldn't it? It'd be hard not to.
They just played a really good football team and hung 54 on them.
You've won 3 in a row already. And you moved up last year to D6. Now you pop the D5 champs. We've got under a minute to go.
You know what?
Let's go to the boys.
That would be nice. Listen to Sean and Grant finish. Put a bow on this one for us.
Absolutely. We've got time since we're going to overtime in the other game. Sean Belize and Grant Perry, take it.
7 inside handoff. They're not going to get the first down. Brought down at about the 22-yard line, a gain of 1, but they don't have to run another play here, Grant. Yep. That is going to do it for this one. A fantastic win for Lumen Christi tonight. On really just a fun night out here. Tip of the cap to both these teams, no doubt about it. They're both state champions. But tonight, it's the Titans. They come away with the 54-34 victory here on the State Champs Network and Local 4 Plus. Don't you go anywhere. We'll have our post-game extravaganza next.
We put 73 pepperonis on a large pizza for $9.99 because we can. The 73 Classic is goated. There's classic cup pep in every single bite. Order a 73 Classic now. We're not playing.
All right, here we go. The number 1 team in the state, Cass Tech, at home. Granville comes across, makes the big old trek. They knocked off the Big Reds last week, and now they are looking to knock off the top team, the defending state champs. Rob Rubick, Ryan Slocum here with you. And Rob, we are in overtime. What an incredible second half.
Yeah, right now, if I'm a betting man, I really like the Bulldogs' chance getting overtime because you start on the 10-yard line, and the way they've run the football and pounded you, that defense has got to be tired for Cass. The problem that Granville's run into is Cass is just chunking them with big plays, speed plays, but the field shrinks defensively for you, Ryan. So now defensively, it's easier to defend from your own 10 because you don't have to worry about getting behind you. So I like Granville's chances, but there's just so many weapons in the green, the forest green for Cass Tech. This is going to be a great OT, and Marvin Rushing will have them ready as well.
And how about the way we got here? Granville had the ball down to the 10-yard line. Looked like they were going to kick a field goal, win this game with 11 ticks on the clock, got backed up a little bit.
5-yard delay. pushed him back, then they decide to go for it. They run the wheel route. Guy's wide open, quarterback throws it to him, but Corey Sadler, one of the best players in the state of Michigan, comes and closes, unbelievable closing speed, and stops him about 2 yards. That's open field tackle against a big running back, too, a thumper, we call him.
And he stuck him.
Yeah.
He stuck him.
So it looks like Granville's going to get the ball to start.
So
and that's what you want if you're Cass. You always want to go second.
Go
in
down
overtime.
to the other end. Yeah, what do you tell your guys in a game like this? What are you telling them if you're taking the ball first, since you want the ball second?
Yep.
What are you telling your Granville Bulldog team right now?
We're going to do what we've done the whole second half. We're going to take this ball, go down the field, and score, except for the final drive where they just ran out of time more than they ran out of real estate. They didn't get enough real estate. They just didn't have enough time. So
don't change
Keep
nothing.
an eye on the fullback, 33, and the tailback to the left, 28.
We've seen a ton of them so far in this one. There he is, Tank, 28, has a hole, cuts back up inside, gets down to the 6.
There are two things in overtime that kill you. One Granville will not have to worry about, and that's a sack. The other one is a penalty. You do not want to get behind the sticks in overtime. You don't want a holding call, and that's when they run those stretch plays like that. It's tough when you get guys in space. So you avoid that. I like Granville's chances. They got 3 in that one, and that's what they do. They go 3 yards, 3 yards, 3 yards, and on fourth down they get 2 more or 3 more, and that's what they need.
28, the future Ferris State Bulldog. That is Jaden Terry. Here he is again. Runs into a wall a little bit. Gets to about the 5.
Yeah, now you got second down and goal from the 5, and I really think any positive yards here, let's say 1 or 2, Granville, Coach Siegel, I believe, he will go for it in this situation.
Eric Siegel, 12th year over there at Granville.
But if they get stuffed here, they might kick.
Back to Terry. No, quarterback keeps it. Hits the outside, and he is crushed there on the sideline.
Looked a little bit tentative when he got to the point of collision.
Yep.
Where you really like to see your quarterback bury it more.
Well,
I think they got 2 or 3. I think you go for it.
Yeah, Jeffrey Fogelsonger there. Hit the sideline, ran out of real estate.
They gave him a pretty good mark. They're probably, the 2.5?
It looks like it. It looks like it. And they are huddling up.
Yep.
So, Rob, what do? We have not seen DJ Hardeman yet, number 33. They've been going with Terry.
Maybe use Terry as a decoy and try to slip a little quick hit or a little fullback trap right up the middle. But look at all the 11 jerseys right in there, though.
It's Terry. Up the gut. We'll see what the call is. No signal yet. CT. We stopped him right at the line. And once again, you see number 1. He's in there going crazy. The other guy we've seen all day, Julius Taylor, number 7. Your best players making the biggest plays at the biggest time.
That's tough. That's you just wonder, though, because the spot he went and looked to where the official didn't make a call till he got in there and looked, and a lot can happen when he runs from the sideline to get to where the pile is. Granville signaled like they had it initially, but not a lot of arguing going on. So maybe Cass makes the good stop. And now, a lot of teams, like obviously at the collegiate level, you just see them line up and kick it.
Yeah.
But, extra points, field goals in high school are an adventure. So Cass will probably, use their 3 plays, try to score.
When you have your athletes.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at a top 20 list of the best athletes in the state, the best players in the state, and shoot, Cass Tech has 4 or 5 of them.
Yeah, I just don't know how you have Corey Sadler split out, though. And I want the ball in his hands as much as I could get it.
Well, let's see if they go quick to him. They do not. It's handed off, left side. There's us. How you doing?
I knew it. I was promised a certain amount of FaceTime.
You were?
By doing this show, and that was a brief 3 seconds of FaceTime.
We made the tackle on that play, actually.
It looks like they were stringing it out pretty well, but they ended up getting 3 or 4 yards.
Sure did. Down to about the 7-yard line, it looks like. It'll be second down. Quarterback out there, Donald Tayron, the sophomore. You're going to hear that name for the next 3 years. Behind him is Taylor. He's had a big night. And split out is Sadler. Fakes the pitch. Here's Taylor, still on his feet down to the 2.
Yeah, good penetration by number 55 for Granville, but Taylor just too strong. You look at the pins on him. He looks like Earl Campbell legs. They're big thickens.
No question about it. CT now, a couple more chances.
You know, I did Cass Tech final one year, and their offensive line, and we highlighted this, was the biggest one in the state, weight-wise and height, including the Lions, Michigan, or Michigan State,
No
or any of the
way.
MAC. Yeah, they averaged. It was amazing. They were averaged like 6'4", like 318 across front. Now they had a couple big fellas. Don't get me wrong. That kind of tipped the scales, so to speak.
Oh, and a fumble. CT does land on it.
Now this is what we were talking about. You kick this? They've been kicking extra points. Their kicker's 4 for 4.
Woo. Carson,
I think you kick it.
Oh, they're thinking about it.
Oh, you're 4 for 4. Come on, let them win the game.
Well,
Marvin, huh? That's where you make the big money, Marvin.
Well, you know, and at this time of year,
They're going to take a timeout here because they're going to get delay of game if they don't.
Yeah, they're standing around looking.
You're going to see a timeout, and it's
wow, incredible. So here we go.
I mean, what's
Taylor coming back in. Referee with his hand up there. 28-28.
Take the timeout.
We are in the first overtime, and we finally get a timeout here. Cass Tech, the unanimous #1 team in the state, regardless of class, taking on Granville, the state champs, 18th ranked team. Had a huge second half to get back here. And then, as we mentioned, what happened at the end, incredible stop by Sadler. They were
a great
stopped
call
in OT.
offensively, but great players can sometimes nullify great calls.
The Bulldogs got it down to the inch line. In overtime, they were held out of the end zone. CT now has a 4th down, trying to get it in.
2.5 yard line?
Yep. Fumble there.
And I'm not seeing the kicking team come out here. Man, they made all 4 extra points.
Do you figure maybe, hey, we held them, so even if we don't get it, okay, we go to 2 OTs?
You know, I keep saying they made all 4 because they have 28, but they may have missed one early and hit a double with a 2-point conversion, so don't hold me to that. And they're going to go for it. No, they're kicking.
Here we go. 21-yard field goal. Number 23 is out there. Fabian Garza, the senior, looking to end it.
Oh, they're icing them, Ryan. They're icing them.
Little ice job by the Bulldogs. Great gamesmanship by them. So it's all on Fabian Garza, the little man with a big leg, 5'6". Going to try to end it. You can see him jumping around out there. He's feeling all right. What do you tell during an ice job? What do you tell your team during that?
Block. Do the same thing we're going to do before the ice
Remember
job.
what I told you before?
The team does it. Yeah, the team does. Just make sure everyone's on a extra point or field goal like this. You want to make sure everyone steps, seal the inside. If you lose some, make sure you lose them to the outside on the edges because it's a longer way around. And the one that puts pressure on, I think you're icing more than the kicker is you're icing the center, the snapper and the holder too.
Yeah.
Kicker, that's all he does every day in practice is kick. But the snapper and holder, and especially high school level, they're also playing offense or defense.
Yeah. Yeah, if you don't get it,
yeah, there's no kicker. Look at number 4. He's an he's your center. He's the long snapper. He's probably a wideout. He's not doing a lot of long snapping during practice.
Colin Sumter. All right, here we go. Whistle is blown. We'll see if Fabian can knock it through. Snaps high, Fabian.
Yes.
Got it. Number 1 CT survives 31-28 in overtime.
Fabian taking up the applause.
Hey, look at the little fella. Yeah, man.
You know what they didn't jump on him?
No. Might crush him, man. Yeah. There you go. Lift him up. Get him up there. There they go. Now we're talking. Now, Incredible.
Great way to,
Fabian
hey, what a
Garza.
great way to end our first week, huh?
Oh, you couldn't ask for a better way. Incredible. Overtime and kicked it through. A state champ score delivered by Hungry Howie's Pizza. It's also brought to you by Lawrence Technological University, Alta Equipment Company, the Michigan High School Athletic Association, and the Construction Association of Michigan. Everything lived up to its billing, Rob. Great games, top 10 games came right down to the final minute or extra time.
Yeah, it was a pleasure doing this, and I'm really looking forward to next week and week. That obviously we're going to build on this, and hopefully we'll watch what we've done and get a little bit better and try to present a really good product to the people that are out there that want to watch.
We appreciate you guys staying with us. Tell your friends, tell your mom, tell everybody. We appreciate you right here on the State Champs Network. We will be back here next week. Rob, thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
We'll see you for week 3. Hope to see you as well. Till next time.